Hello, this is A Brief History of Nothing, Episode 11, Season 3, January 19th. On this day, in 1883, of the Cimbria and the Sultan, two Hamburg American liners, I think. The captain of the Sultan was very severely criticised for not providing any assistance for the Cimbria's passengers who were left floating around in the water. Also on this day, 1915, people in England got a bit of a shock.
Yes.
Because they got their first air raid ever.
Yeah, they were expecting, like in World War One, when air flight had only been around not even probably 10 years.
1915, so no, it had only been around 13 years.
I mean, 13 years, and they weren't expecting explosives to fall out of the sky. They weren't expecting that.
No, because in England it was so, it was literally hundreds of miles away from the battle, so they assumed they were safe.
We're sweet, we're good. No, we're not.
Okay, 1966, Indira Gandhi becomes the first Indian female Prime Minister. 1977, an interesting one. Gerald Ford pardons Tokyo Rose. Well, Tokyo Rose was actually several women. One woman in particular, she was an Japanese American who went to Japan just before the outbreak of World War II to look after an alien relative. And of course, while there, World War II broke out. And being as she didn't have a passport to get back into the US, she wasn't allowed back. So she had to sit out the war in Japan, and because her English was very good, because she grew up speaking English as a first language, she was forced to become one of the broadcasters on the Tokyo Rose sort of show. So she was finally pardoned after much lobbying for her in 1977. Now, 1983, Klaus Barbie, the butcher of Leon, was arrested in Bolivia after escaping to Bolivia after World War II. He was finally arrested in 1983. And yesterday, another celebrity died.
We've had a few.
We've had a few, and we will touch on that shortly.
Yes.
Yes, Glenn Fry died at the age of 67. Alright, James.
Yes, well, in the last 4 weeks, we've lost Lemmy Kilmister, the founding member and lead singer of Motorhead, David Bowie, and of course everyone would know David Bowie from things like Space Oddity and his role in Labyrinth and a few other things.
Yep.
Natalie Cole, daughter of Nat King Cole.
And a very successful
R&B
singer in her own right, yeah.
Wayne Rogers, who name might not ring a bell, but if you watch MASH...
The first 3 series, he played Trapper John in the first 3 series of MASH, and he was in the 90s, I think, he was in a mini-series called Chiefs, so if you can ever get hold of that, that was well worth a watch.
Yes, and Stevie Wright,
lead singer for Easy Beats in Australia, had some success, huge in Australia, had quite a bit of success in England and some success in the US charts. In the 60s, went on to have a successful solo career in Australia with the song Evie, Parts 1, 2 and 3, Black Eyed Bruiser, several successful albums. But Stevie Wright couldn't leave the drug and the drinks alone, which was his undoing.
Yeah,
every time he looked like he was about to go big, the drugs took over, and he's...
Same with Lemmy, he just couldn't leave the alcohol be.
He was in the grip of the grape.
Yeah. Brian Bedford, who was in...
And voice actor, did a lot of Disney stuff.
Yeah.
He, the fox in the animated Robin Hood movie.
Yeah, that one. Alan Rickman, who you would know probably from Professor Snape.
Yes.
But my favourite line of his is actually not from Harry Potter, but from Alexander from Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
By Grabthar's Hammer and by the Sons of Orvan.
You will be avenged.
You will be avenged, when he has the alien that he's dying, and then he goes and crash tackles the other alien.
Yes. I love him in Love Actually, because Love Actually is one of my favourite movies.
I think it's really boring.
He plays an asshole in Love Actually.
Yeah, but it's still a bad movie, so it's still good. And of course, as previously mentioned, Glenn Fry, a founding member of the Eagles.
Yes, it seems that 70 is a bit of a struggle if you're a celebrity at the moment.
Lemmy Kilmister actually
got to 70.
just.
But David Bowie did it at 69. Natalie Cole was in her mid-60s. Wayne Rogers, well, no, he made well into his 80s, actually. Stevie Wright, he was in his late 60s. I don't know about Brian Bedford.
Alan Rickman was in his late 60s.
69.
He was 69.
Glenn Fry was 67. Yeah, so mostly getting past that big 60 thing was a...
Yeah, it's in 70s.
No, 70 thing, yeah, it just seems to be a bit
too
too hard.
Yes. So what you need to do... See, we're having a bit of a... See, the celebrities are dying off.
You need to start preserving your favourite celebrity, otherwise the whole race will die out.
Yeah,
and we'll just be left with Kardashians. Wall-to-wall Kardashians.
And Paris Hilton.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
So the proper celebrities,
celebrities, they're actually talented.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to wrap them in a soft towel or cotton wool.
Yeah,
right?
Wrap them up nice and tight, yeah.
Yeah. Put them in a nice dry place, right? Make sure they have plenty of celebrity biscuits.
Yes.
And plenty of fresh water.
Yes, yes. Keep them wrapped up in cotton wool in a nice cool dry place to preserve them.
Particularly if they're pushing 70.
Yes, particularly if they're pushing 70. Yes, it's a very sad thing, but...
it's just, I mean, these things happen. Unfortunate coincidences happen.
Yes, yes. And we're not trying to denigrate any of these people. We just thought it's been a very heavy few weeks.
Yes, but 2016's not gone off well.
Yeah, so we thought we'd lighten the mood a little. Okay, birthdays today. A little known fellow named James Watt.
Yes, W-A-T-T. You may have heard of the unit of power, Watt.
Yes,
that's him.
Yeah,
that's
James
this guy.
Watt didn't invent the steam engine. He basically gave the steam engine its condenser.
Yeah,
so make it run efficiently.
Yeah, and I regularly got James Watt.
Yes, that was in 1736. James Watt was, I was going to say invented. No, he wasn't invented. He was born. 1807. Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general, head of the Army of Northern Virginia, essentially the head of the Confederate Army. Yeah,
because they wanted to keep their slaves, and the North said, no, you're not allowed to have them.
Yes.
And the South said, no, we want to keep them.
The interesting thing is, Robert E. Lee didn't have slaves.
But
But his...
Abraham Lincoln have slaves?
No, Abraham Lincoln didn't have slaves.
No, but some of the Northerners did.
But the Northern General, and for the life of me I can't bring his name up, his wife actually had slaves. So that was interesting. The Southern General didn't, and the Northern General did. So there's
hypocrite much.
There's a bit of an irony.
Yes.
She got rid of,
it's like, oh no, slaves. Me? Slaves? No, never.
Yes. Edgar Allan Poe in 1809 was born. Yes, as the Facebook meme says, he's just a Poe boy from a Poe family.
Yes. Budum tis.
1930, actress Tippi Hedren, Alfred Hitchcock classic Birds, and also another movie in the early 60s called Marnie. Great movie if you get a chance to see it. She fell out with Alfred Hitchcock, and basically he ended her career.
So don't annoy Alfred Hitchcock.
No, you can annoy the crap out of him now because he's dead.
Oh, yeah, true.
Phil Everly, half of the Everly brothers, was born on this day in 1938. 1942, Michael Crawford was born. Now, for those of you who enjoyed Some Mothers Do Have Them and The Phantom of the Opera will know exactly who Michael Crawford is.
Yeah, he was in the stage version and not any of the movie, not any of the 70 million movie versions.
1943, Janis Joplin was born in Texas, Port Arthur, Texas to be exact. I think everybody knows who Janis Joplin is.
Oh yeah, even I know that.
1946, Dolly Parton was born on this day. In...
Little Lone Country Singer.
Yes, yes. Also, 1966, Swedish tennis player Stefan Edberg.
I know nothing about tennis.
Edberg. Yes, he won the Wimbledon in 1988 and the US Open in 1991. And so I'm only going to try and pronounce where it comes from.
I was 2 and 5 respectively.
Well, you just weren't getting into it, were you? What can I say?
How many 2 and 5-year-olds are mad into tennis?
There are a few.
I was not one of those people.
And finally, Jodie Sweetin, actress, She played Stephanie Tanner in Full House and is coming back in Fuller House. It was her birthday. She was born in 1982. And that's us for this evening. We'll see you on the dark side.
If you like us, actually hit the actual like button.
Yes. Oh, another thing I want to mention. I have been watching a series called The Great War, hosted by Indy Nadell. If you get a chance, if you're into history and
Him.
yes, and military history especially, he gives you a week-by-week account of the Great War, 100 years after the event. But yeah, well worth watching. Keep an eye on it.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, again, if you like us, actually hit like.
If you don't like us, inflict us on your friends.
Share us on Facebook and flick
Yes.
us on everybody.
We now have a Facebook page, so, you know, hey, have a look at our Facebook page.
We're almost with them hip youngins.
Yes, yeah.
Almost. Not quite.
Yes, well, I'm going blonde, so...
No, you're going ultraviolet. It's this white, and then you go slightly above the white, which is ultraviolet. You don't actually lose your hair. You just can't see it.
Okay, then.
There we go.
Right.
I'm starting to go grey. It's contagious.
See us on the dark side. We got cookies.
Bye.